They say monsters hide under your bed. But I don't hide. I walk beside you. And while they scream in fear, I speak in silence. Because power doesn't need noise. You think you're weak because no one notices you. You think you're invisible because the world refuses to acknowledge your presence. But let me tell you something. The most dangerous beings are always overlooked in the beginning. I wasn't born with strength. I didn't grow up with applause. I wasn't praised. I wasn't celebrated. I was the background, the ghost, the shadow in the hallway. But while they laughed, I learned. While they flexed, I observed. While they shouted, I stayed quiet and built an empire inside my silence. You want to be strong? Then stop thinking power is found in the spotlight. It's not. It's built in the shadows, brick by brick, without a sound. Every rejection you felt? Every time you were told you were not enough? Good. Use it. Let that fuel burn you until your old self is ash, and only something unrecognizable remains. The world doesn't fear the loud. It fears the one who says nothing, but watches everything. They mocked you because you were quiet. They ignored you because you were soft-spoken. But let me ask you this. When does the lion roar? After it's already killed. You don't need to prove anything to anyone right now. You don't need their validation. You need your silence. You need your isolation, because that is where gods are forged. If you've ever felt overlooked, like a ghost in your own life, comment. I evolve in silence. Let them know your silence was never weakness. It was the beginning. Let me tell you a story. There was a boy who never spoke up. He was quiet in class. He was bullied in the hallway. No one noticed when he disappeared. But while they were partying, he was studying. While they were sleeping, he was sharpening his mind. While they were living in noise, he was preparing to rewrite everything. Years later, they didn't recognize him. He didn't show up with a smile. He didn't show up with noise. He showed up like a storm, calm, cold, calculated. And when he moved, the world shifted. You are not powerless. You are preparing. And when your time comes, they won't be able to stop you, because they spent all their time underestimating you, while you were building the kind of power that needs no introduction. So become the monster, the kind that walks in silence, the kind that never brags, the kind that doesn't seek revenge, not because he's forgiven them, but because he's outgrown them. They think silence is weakness, but silence is evolution. Silence is strategy. Silence is power before it's unleashed. If you feel this message in your bones, like this video and share it with someone who's been too silent for too long. Let them hear what power really sounds like when it speaks. You've wasted enough time explaining yourself, enough time begging to be understood, enough time pretending to be smaller just to fit in. No more. From this day forward, move different. Speak less. Train more. Observe everything. Let the world think you're nobody, until it's too late. Let your pain become your blueprint. Let your scars become your map. Let your silence become your sword. Because in a world that screams, the one who walks in silence commands the most fear. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are simply building something that doesn't need applause, just results. And when the time comes, when the world sees what you've become, they will ask, where did this monster come from? But by then, you won't need to answer. Your presence will be loud enough. Itachi, a man who walked through hell in silence, a shinobi who chose pain over peace, a brother who carried a burden too heavy for the world to understand. He's not just powerful, he's profound. Every choice he made was a step deeper into the shadows, for the light of others. He teaches you this: sometimes becoming a monster is the only way to protect what you love. If you're building a character who's calm, calculated, silent yet intense, Itachi is the perfect embodiment of strength through sacrifice. And that leaves a lasting impact. He mastered patience like a blade, sharp, silent, and deadly. While others chased power, he understood its true cost. He didn't seek applause. He embraced loneliness. Because the path to true strength isn't loud. It's cold, quiet, and full of scars. Itachi doesn't inspire you to fight. He inspires you to endure, to observe, to think 10 steps ahead, to protect, even if the world turns against you. That's not just strength, that's legacy. Comment, I evolve in silence if you're done explaining yourself. Like this if you're ready to become unstoppable. And share this with someone who's forgotten what they're capable of.